Hey! Hey there! Hey there! How you doing there? This is Lex here, and you can find me at Lex.me. Yeah, you can! Like and share, like and share. And this is Think, Film, Believe 66. Think, Film, Believe 66. Think, Film, Believe 66. And you know what this is? This is a continuation of the last video. We were just gonna talk about what we talked a little bit about, and a continuation of it. That's why I keep telling you time and time again. Watch these videos in succession. Start with like a book. It's like a book, 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 like a book. Start with 1, go to 2, 3. Because if you jump in on some of these, you're just gonna, you might be like, what is this guy talking about? I mean, okay, so anyway, we were back about, how I used to think about getting, when I get a traffic ticket, and I used to allow it to totally torment me and bring me down and be depressed about it and until I got a ticket and whatever. And I kind of in a way started. It's not like I got a bunch of them, but it was. I specifically remember taking the attitude towards this by dismissing them. Just like whatever, pay the fine, send it, and forget about it, and just get on with my life, and realize that time's going to heal things, and we'll get over it, and things will change. And I've gone for several years now without getting any tickets or anything like that, and that's because I really don't care anymore. And if I get one, so what? And I'll live, and life will go on, and so we're choosing how to think about things. Yes, we are. Yeah, everything, so the sooner you start applying these things in your life, the more, like I was talking about, the sooner you can be relieved from torment in your life. And there's many subjects that are out there, you see, that in life, the things that we're exposed to, the things that happen to us, and directly 100%, it's how we choose to think about it. We choose happiness, we can choose sadness, we can choose negative, or we can choose positive. It's all, we can choose positively, or we can choose negative. Because here's the thing. If you do what you always done, you're gonna get what you always been getting. So you gotta change that direction with things. You gotta change that and embrace the change and take a different direction. Because if you do what you've always done, you're gonna get what you've always gotten. And unfortunately, some of these things are habits. Right? We have instilled. That's why I say it's. It's the sooner you do this for anybody. But if you're a younger person, if you're a younger person, if you're a young person that's out there and you can start applying the concept of these things to your life now and understand it's real, I guarantee it. There's lots of stuff out there that will validate this. Lots of stuff out there that will validate all this. It's just I'm trying to break it down to the bare bones minimum. You see, of all the little things that are out there in life, because as human beings, we tend to, you do what you always do, you're going to get what you always been getting, and you change that dynamic. But unfortunately, there's stuff that gets put in that we get beset, that gets put upon us in our life. You get beset and you put upon us in our life, and then you get into the habit. You get into the habit and you've created a belief, and then you have that thought and feeling about it, and you just keep getting it, and you keep going back and getting that thing. So it reinforces the belief, because whatever you're putting out, whatever you're putting out there, whatever you're thinking and feeling about a certain thing is what you're going to get. Right? You're just going to keep getting that, and then you're going to form that belief, and then you're just going to accept that that's the way that it is. And that's not the truth, my friend. That's not the truth. Because habits can be created. And it's like you just keep playing the same record. I mean, we can't necessarily use records. Do you know what a record is? Not something that you get from the police department. No. I mean, a record, we used to, gosh, I mean, we hardly even use CDs anymore. Everything's so digital. But, it's so, you just keep repeating the same song. It's like a song. You keep singing the same song, and sometimes that song sounds like crap. Oh gosh. You just keep repeating that same song, and you just keep hearing, and you keep repeating the same thing, right? So the same thing keeps showing up in your life, and then you keep seeing it showing up in your life. And you want to know something? I mean, here's the reality of the big part of all of this is that, I've had to take some responsibility for some sort of kind of big things in my life that had happened to me that I thought that, it was like some sort of divine ordinance or something, but then when I realized that what I was getting was a direct result of what I was thinking and feeling about it. Like I talked in my other videos, it was like I could get into an accident. Driven by one thing that was beset upon me, and that was not feeling appreciated in my life. So I took this not feeling appreciated stuff, which I'll be honest with you. Even today, that still affects me. It still touches on a nerve inside me. When I don't feel appreciated, then it touches on a nerve. And again, that's one thing that how I wish to feel about that when I don't feel appreciated about something, and then I get that kind of reaction about it, then it sets off, inside of me. So that's one change that I'm making in my life. But when that happened in my life, that came from those thoughts, creating those feelings, because that thought about not feeling appreciated sometimes, and then, repeating I could get into an accident, and then I could get into an accident. And then what happened? I got into an accident, right? So, and I can't even tell you how long that went on until it happened, but the sooner you can start taking responsibility for your life and for where you're at and for the results and for the things that you're getting in your life, whether you really wholeheartedly, and I hope you've been listening to these videos in succession like I done asked you. I asked you, and I think I asked you nicely. I might have been a little bit forceful about it, but the fact remains the same that, listening to these things in succession, taking responsibility for your life, because this is real. This is real. This stuff's so real. You do what you've always done, you're going to get what you've always been getting. And that comes from primarily the habits that you've created in your life, by your thought patterns. We got a thought pattern, it's kind of like, it's like a pattern. It's like kind of like a pattern is one of those things that's repeating itself too, right? If you're going around the outer edge of a pattern, let's just say it's the pattern of a circle, okay, or the pattern of a triangle, and you keep going around the edge of that triangle, you keep going around the edge, you've created that pattern in your life that you just keep repeating, and that comes from habits. We establish those habits in our lives, and when you realize that that's the dynamic that's taking place, then I hope it's not a negative thing to take responsibility for your life and for those things, because that's where you get enlightenment. It's taking responsibility. Taking responsibility gives you enlightenment to own up to it, admit it, really, by saying, yeah, I'm doing that. Yeah, I'm doing that. And realizing and understanding the truth in that, because what does the truth do? What does the truth do? The truth sets you free. The truth sets you free. Mm-hmm.